Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial by Shayna's Home DIY and Crafts. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to fold your paper for your balloon bouquet. Alright, so the paper that I'm using in today's video is called waterproof floral bouquet packaging paper. Okay, so here, and it's double-sided. It's not, when I say double-sided, I mean it's two different color on each on it. So one side is one color and the other side is the other color. They do have straight plain color if you want that. They do have you can find a plain red or plain gold, whichever of your choice. I love using these paper because they're very thick. They're waterproof in case somebody pick up their balloons on a rainy day or a snowy day. So like when tissue paper get wet, it's no fun. So I love using these, and it's just easier to work with. You could fold it and unfold it. Just keep watching, you'll see what I'm doing. So here I am, I'm showing you guys. I'm just going to go ahead. I have my paper and I am going to fold it almost like a triangle, as you guys could see there. See that? It probably would have been better off if I speak while doing this, but of course I couldn't, so I'm doing a voiceover. So once I fold it, I'm just showing you guys how you could flip it over and fold it whichever side you want to show. So if you want the red to show, you would have done what I did before. And if you want the gold to show, you would do what I'm doing now. You'd fold it the opposite side. So it's up to you. But when you fold, you see how I'm going, and I'm slowly going, and I'm trying to create that small triangle. Okay. And this paper it's not as easy to work with as tissue paper, but it's way better. Like I said, it's waterproof. So here I'm folding it, showing you guys. See how I have that slight little triangle? I don't know if that's what they call a right-handed triangle. Wasn't good at math, so I'm just showing you guys. You see that again? I fold, and I'm going to fold again to show you. So now we're going to fold it the other way to show you guys. And it depends on if you're right-handed or left-handed. However you're comfortable doing this, you go ahead and do it. So just fold it. So this is in real time. I did it a few times, so hope you guys get it. It's kind of hard to explain it while not doing it because I did this and then I'm trying to do a voiceover. So hopefully this is helpful. So now that we have that folded, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull the other side like so. And we're going to, you see, I'm showing you right there where that space is with that triangle. We're going to try to put the second piece when we fold it to make a triangle right in between that piece there. I really hope this video helped you guys. And then you can fold it again like that. So if you guys remember in the previous video, I was saying that you requested this video. It depends. You could fold it to make it tighter if you want it to be smaller, or you could fold it to make it bigger if you want it to be a little bigger, like to be wider for your space. So that's all you're doing. So you fold the other side. See, I'm showing you right at the end, right at the tip. You could fold it more, and then you end up with a more triangle. And then up top, you end up with more fluff. But also, again, it depends on your space. Okay, so that's just it. Now, I know somebody's gonna ask me if I recommend put those on before the balloon. It's up to you, but I strongly would. From my experience, I'm still new to this. I would put it on after the balloon. I'd put the balloon together first, and then after you will see. So what I'm showing you guys there is you could use a stapler, you could use glue dots, or you can use tape. So I'm showing you how I would use my stapler and staple that. I'm not going to staple it because you know what? These paper are not cheap. They're not tissue paper, okay? So I'm just showing you guys. So here I went for my foam board, and I'm showing you guys the glue dots, and I'm showing you how I would put it on my foam board. So this is the glue dots. There's a couple of them. I usually roll out about 3 to 4, depends on how far I'm pushing it in. Because remember, these are going underneath the balloons, okay? So then I would go and I would do like so. I'm going to show you how I would roll it out like so, put it down, and I'll cut it or rip it. Then I would go in with my paper, and I would put it in. The thing is, the balloons are not on the board, and I wasn't making a balloon bouquet today, and I didn't want to wait too long to make you the video of how I fold it, and since other people are asking. Then what I would do, I'm going to the side there with my stapler as I'm showing you guys, and I would just staple it right there. You can use tape, scotch tape, you could use glue dots, but I'm still learning. I love the stapler better because it holds it in place, especially if it's windy. Maybe there's other tricks to it, but for me right now, this is what I figure out for myself. I like to staple it. I've tried the tape before, and let me tell you, all my balloons in the paper fell off the poster board. I didn't use the foam board. I used the poster board. A lot of people use the poster board, but I don't think I'm master that technique yet, so I'll just use what works for me. As you go along, you guys will learn what works for you. So whatever works out for you is good to get an idea and what works for you. then make it work. So this is another way of how I fold the paper when I'm using the thin poster board versus the foam board. I fold it kind of like halfway. I'm showing you guys, see, I fold it halfway, and then when I fold it like that, I would take that top piece and I would bring it back like so. Then I would kind of like make that crease just like you see I'm doing there. And then once I do so, I would take a glue dot or a piece of tape, and I'll put a piece behind there where I'm putting my finger, glue dots, or a piece of tape. Make sure the tape you're using is strong tape. See, I'm showing you guys, I like to use the duct tape and the scotch tape. So you could use these little piece of tape for the papers, but when you're getting into that foam board, you want to make sure the tape you're using is strong. So I'm just showing you guys, you would tape there, and then you would flip that part and you would tape right there as well. And then you would just go along and you put it under your balloon as you go along. This is especially if you're using the soft poster board, okay? And then you would just do the same thing, and you'll continue that until you go all the way around your balloon. Okay, so I'm just showing you guys how to fold the paper. I'm not going to fold 100 paper to show you how I'm doing that, because these paper again are not cheap. so I'm showing you guys. So to get it smaller, let's say you get to a part where you get it smaller, you would cut it in half. So once you cut it in half, it would look like this, and then you would fold it again like I'm folding, and then you'll cut it in another half just like I'm showing you. So you would cut right there, ching 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 ching, cut the side right there. So once you cut it, now you're going to end up with 4 pieces of paper, and when you end up with 4 pieces of paper, you're going to do the same thing. Fold it again, like try to make that triangle. And once you try to make that triangle, you're going to fold like that, and you're going to fold like that. Again, you could use glue, dot glue, or you could use tape, or you could use your stapler. If you didn't like how it folded, if you fold and you don't like how it folds, don't use the stapler, because that may rip. Even though the papers are strong, that may rip the paper because the stapler is in it. Anything you staple, of course, it will rip. So this is one I have piece from previous project I did. So you see how I taped this one up? So it took me a while to learn little thing. I'm still learning. So if you have any suggestion, if you come across this video, I appreciate you. You could go ahead and drop it in the comment section. So I'm unraveling this and I'm peeling off the tape to show you, because this is like a half a paper. So you see how that, so pulling that off. But again, you got to use good tape. You see, I've had this tape on this for a while and it did held it together. So you're going to fold like that. So when you cut it in half, fold like that, like so. And then leave it like that. You put a piece of glue, dot glue or tape right there. It depends on the style that you're going for as well. Fold it again, and then I'm going to flip it. So if you just want red to show, you would just leave it like that. But because this is a double-sided paper, and I also want the black to show, that's why I fold it back like that. But if you don't want the black to show, then leave it like it is. So then I'm going to go with my stapler, and we're going to staple it right there. Ching, just like that. So then we're going to go ahead and then fit it in just like I showed you before, around and around and around. So here now, usually sometimes I use like the soft tissue paper in between the balloons to fill it, because that paper is a little thicker, so it's heavier. The other wrapping paper that I just use is thicker, so it's heavier. So sometimes I don't like to use it to fill my gaps of my balloon because it may fall out. Okay, so that's why I just use the softer tissue paper to fill in the gap. And you see, I kind of like spread it out on my table, crunching the back to make it look like I have a middle piece, and then I just pull it up like making a rose. So then what I would usually do is twist the bottom part like that, like so, and I'll take a piece of tape and I will wrap it around that part that I twist so it stays in place, and then I will just stick it through the balloon and make sure it's like, sometimes I put a piece of glue dot at the end and then shove it in. Okay, so that's what I do. So now if you're making like the Bobo balloon and you're trying to fold papers to put inside of your box, or even if you want to use this type of paper versus that heavy duty paper, to me, let's type it in the comment section. Doesn't that heavy duty paper looks better, the waterproof one? It brings it up. It takes it like literally up to luxury, right? If you agree with me, go ahead and type it in the comment section. So again, I'm showing you how to fold this tissue paper. It's the same thing like I did. And this is just my technique and my method. There's tons of different way to fold it. I was watching a lot of TikTok videos and a lot of YouTube videos, and I just couldn't figure it. Like I tried, but it just wouldn't look like theirs until I came up with this that works for me. So keep playing with it if you got, because like obviously you guys are very interested in making it, and that's why people are coming at me, can you show us more? And I'm like, I did show. I guess I just got to make a video just about this. So here I am. So here we have a whole 12-minute video in real time showing you guys, and I'm pretty sure if I don't explain it right or I don't sound right because I have an accent, I'm showing you in real time so you can follow the work of the hand. Okay, so now we fold. So I'm going to show you here how I would fold it to get it bigger. So like if I have a bigger space and I want to fill in gap, like I want to save paper. Again, the only reason why I want to save paper to spread it out, it depends on the person's budget. These are not cheap to make, and they're takes up a lot of your time. If you really go on Etsy or on Pinterest and look, you could pay up to $200 or more for one of these balloon bouquet. Okay, so, and that's because the material, like look at this paper that we're using, it's not cheap. Okay, and you got to use good balloons because you don't want it pop. Like my video, if you want, you could check that out after this with the balloon. The first set of balloon I did is probably over like 2 months now, and it's still hard as a rock. I gifted that to my cousin, and I spoke with her 2 days ago, and I told her to actually post a picture and tag me in it because the balloon is still like stiff, like really stiff, because I practice a lot. I blow up a lot of balloons and see how long they will last and what I'm missing. So, and I'm pretty sure I have tons more to learn. I've just started. So here, see, I'm showing you guys, that's it. And that's how you fold it. So again, it depends on how much of your paper you want to show. You see how I'm folding it back in there? Okay, look at that now. Absolutely beautiful. If you want it to be smaller, here you go, just like that. And remember, I just showed you how to make it bigger, and just like that. Then you would go in with your stapler and you would staple it. I prefer to staple it, but if you're not going to staple it, you're going to be using a lot of glue dots and a lot of tape. And you got to, when you're using the tape, you got to like double-side the tape. Either you use double-sided tape or you kind of like flicker your scotch tape or whatever tape you're using to make it work. Do not use duct tape on this, okay? Like the reason why I use duct tape is sometimes on the foam board with the balloon, when I'm getting the balloon to the foam board so you can't see it. And then somebody just typed in the comment section and told me about a low temperature hot glue gun, and I purchased it and I can't wait to make my Easter balloon with it. So stay tuned to see that. So I'm passing that on to you because obviously you're interested in learning how to make this and why you come up on this video. So if you don't have a low temperature hot glue gun, then go for it. So you see how I place the paper on the board like that? Then I would do the same thing and go all the way around, okay? If you guys are still here watching with me, I just want to take the time to say thank you guys so much for tapping in on this video. Thank you for all your questions. I hope this video was helpful to you. And obviously, if you make it this far, it is helpful to you. So why don't you do me a favor and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, okay? And also type me a comment in the comment section and let me know if is there any question you have, if I miss anything, because I know I have an accent and sometimes it can be hard for people to understand. Also, if you don't understand me, I hope my fingers and my hands, you did understand those. Okay, so before you leave, turn your notification bell on. Therefore, you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. All right, so just remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Until next time, be blessed and bye for now.